Get ready, Bitcoin fam. We've got blockbuster news dropping fast. First, is Bitcoin ditching gold or playing nice? Glassnode just dropped data showing a major shift in Bitcoin's relationship with the precious metal, and it's a game changer. Then, hold on to your hats because Elon Musk is back with a venomous warning about the US debt crisis, and he's not holding back, even hinting at Bitcoin's potential role. Next up, France is finally joining the Bitcoin party. We're seeing major French companies piling into Bitcoin, signaling a massive shift in European corporate treasuries. And finally, a heavyweight from BlackRock, Rick Rieder, is weighing in on the ideal crypto portfolio. But what does he really think about Bitcoin allocation? Stick around, you don't want to miss this. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single second. Bitcoin's golden relationship fades. For years, many saw Bitcoin as a digital gold, moving in lockstep with the precious metal. But blockchain analytics firm Glassnode has just revealed a dramatic shift. Bitcoin's short-term correlation with gold has flipped to negative, hitting -0.53 over the last 30 days. This is a stark contrast to its longer-term positive correlation of 0.65 over 365 days, meaning these two assets are now often moving in opposite directions when markets get choppy. This decoupling is sparking intense debate across crypto communities and financial circles. Analysts are scrambling to understand what this means for Bitcoin's safe haven narrative and its place in a diversified portfolio. Is this a temporary blip or a fundamental change in how Bitcoin behaves during economic uncertainty? Don't go anywhere, because the implications of this shift are huge. And next, we've got Elon Musk sounding the alarm on a $37 trillion crisis. Elon Musk's dire debt warning and Bitcoin's surprise roll. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has issued a grave warning about the escalating U.S. national debt, now a staggering $37 trillion, stating, "If AI and robots don't solve our national debt, we're toast." Musk highlighted that interest payments alone are skyrocketing, potentially eclipsing defense budgets, and declared the government unfixable. This comes as the U.S. debt continues to surge, fueled by massive spending and rising interest rates, raising fears of a potential crisis for the U.S. dollar. Adding fuel to the fire, Musk also hinted at a potential embrace of Bitcoin by his America Party, responding to a query with Fiat is hopeless, so yes. This statement, coupled with comments from Russian advisor Anton Kobiakov suggesting the U.S. might manipulate gold and crypto markets due to its debt, and past discussions of using Bitcoin to pay off national debt, paints a complex picture of Bitcoin's future perceived role in global finance. This has sent ripples through the market, with many wondering if Musk's pronouncements will impact regulatory discussions and public perception of Bitcoin as an alternative to traditional fiat currencies. Could these global financial tremors pave the way for wider adoption? Speaking of adoption, France is making some serious moves in the Bitcoin space. France joins the Bitcoin Treasury race. The corporate Bitcoin adoption wave is cresting in France, with companies like Sequans and Capital B now making significant entries into the top 100 Bitcoin holders. Sequans holds 3,205 BTC valued at $306 million, while Capital B has 2,201 BTC worth $193 million. While these figures are smaller than U.S. corporate holdings, they represent a crucial expansion of Bitcoin adoption into new European markets, driven by CEOs like Alexander Lazet aiming to popularize Bitcoin strategies in France. This surge aligns with a broader global trend, where companies from nearly 20 countries are now adding Bitcoin to their treasuries. A recent report indicates that companies have already invested $43.5 billion in BTC in 2025, a figure expected to double this year. Collectively, companies now hold over 1.3 million BTC, a massive increase from just 5 years ago. Pioneers like Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy, with over 638,000 BTC, have paved the way, demonstrating Bitcoin's appeal as a long-term store of value and a hedge against inflation, especially as traditional assets struggle. The market is buzzing about these developments, with investors seeing Bitcoin Treasury companies as a novel way to gain indirect exposure to Bitcoin, particularly for those constrained by institutional mandates or facing higher taxes on direct holdings. This innovative approach, exemplified by MicroStrategy's financial products, offers a stable way to benefit from Bitcoin's potential upside while adhering to strict investment guidelines. These companies are betting big on Bitcoin's future, but what about the big players? We're talking BlackRock next. BlackRock exec weighs in, Bitcoin in the ideal portfolio. Rick Rieder, Chief Investment Officer of Global Fixed Income at BlackRock, has stated that an ideal investment portfolio should include hard assets like gold and Bitcoin. Rieder believes these assets provide crucial ballast against potential currency depreciation, a growing concern in today's economic climate. However, when pressed on allocation, Rieder suggested that a 5% Bitcoin allocation seems high to him, noting that Bitcoin tends to correlate with the Nasdaq, unlike gold, which he sees as a better currency hedge. This perspective from BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, is significant. Last year, the firm suggested a more conservative 1–2% allocation range for Bitcoin. Rieder's comments come amidst a backdrop of varying expert opinions, with figures like Ray Dalio recommending up to 15% in gold or Bitcoin. The discussion highlights Bitcoin's evolving role, moving from a niche asset to a potential component of mainstream investment strategies, even as its correlation with risk assets like tech stocks remains a key consideration for institutional investors. Analysts and investors are closely watching these discussions as they shape institutional sentiment and potential future inflows into the Bitcoin market. The debate continues on finding the right balance between Bitcoin's potential upside and its inherent volatility. That's a wrap on today's top stories, but don't go anywhere, the lightning round recap is coming up. And that's a wrap for today's Bitcoin Bulletin. We saw Bitcoin's correlation with gold take a nosedive, Elon Musk issue a dire $37 trillion US debt warning, France embracing Bitcoin treasuries with companies like Sequans and Capital B jumping in, and BlackRock's Rick Rieder weighing in on Bitcoin's place in an ideal portfolio. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Bitcoin Bulletin for all your crypto news, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and follow us on all our social channels. We'll see you next time.